Good evening. Welcome to Thai PBS English News Service. I'm Superjohn Klin Swan. We're starting tonight's news with an unexpected trip which is getting the world's attention after NLD leader Aung San Suu Kyi arrived in Bangkok about 2 hours ago. And of course, swarms of journalists and Burmese nationals are waiting for the lady at Suvarnabhumi Airport. This is a historic trip for Aung San Suu Kyi indeed, as this is the first time she traveled abroad in 24 years. Not only were the media, Thai and international, were at Suvarnabhumi to meet and greet the democratic icon, but hundreds of Burmese nationals were there screaming Ame Su, which is Burmese for Mother Suu Kyi. As soon as the Thai Airways plane, which carried Aung San Suu Kyi, arrived at Suvarnabhumi Airport from Rangoon, all waiting were pushing and shoving to see a glimpse of Suu Kyi. However, she left gate 10 and stepped right into her car without giving any interviews. Many Burmese nationals took a leave from their work and were waiting since 5 p.m. with flowers prepared to offer to their democratic leader. Myanmar's opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi plans numerous activities in Thailand over the next 4 days, including visiting Burmese camps in Tak province and perhaps a talk with opposition leader Apisit Vechachhiwa. She also scheduled to join the opening ceremony of the World Economic Forum on East Asia, which Thein Sein, the president of Myanmar, was earlier scheduled to attend, but he has now cancelled his trip for an unknown reason. Reports confirm that Aung San Suu Kyi will start her first day with a trip to Mahachai in Samut Sakhon province to meet tens of thousands of Burmese workers there and ask their well-beings. We can be expecting a motorcade of journalists to be following her throughout the day, and one of which will be Thai PBS's crew. For Thailand to assert itself on the world stage as a regional financial hub, the Lord Mayor of the City of London said that Thailand needs to put its place in the right financial framework, appoint capable regulators to key financial institutions, as well as promote an open, transparent and fair market. He also noted that the new, more open Myanmar will provide great business opportunities for Thailand.
Bangkok certainly has the capability. Thailand has a large, very skilled workforce, and many of the businesses in Thailand are very innovative. To go in the same direction as London and become an international financial centre, you need the institutions, you need the framework, which means putting in place the regulators. You have an excellent bank of Thailand at the moment, and the governor of the Bank of Thailand is extremely highly regarded internationally, as are the other regulators and the Minister of Finance. So in terms of financial governance, and this shows through in Thailand's economic results. You then need to have rules which really implement two flat principles. One is openness, that financial institutions and financial businesses and professional services, businesses, accountants, lawyers, actuaries, can come here freely, can set up business in the way in which they could in their own countries, which fundamentally means only 100% of the business here. The other principle is transparency.
Yes.
That rules the operation of the capital markets principally, but also insurance and other markets need to be designed so that market participants have all the information they need to assure people that the markets are fair. And I think Myanmar is a great opportunity for Thailand to link up government to government, business to business, people to people. The idea of Myanmar and Thailand combining with physical infrastructure links across the Indian Ocean to the Gulf of Siam it could be a huge opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Rungtip. Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra concluded her first official visit to Australia at a meeting with Deputy Premier of New South Wales, Andrew Stoner. Her visit was to mark the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries. Today, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra wrapped up her 4-day official visit to Australia at a meeting with Deputy Premier of New South Wales, Andrew Stoner. The visit marked the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Thailand and Australia.
Thank you to Her Excellency Yingluck Shinawatra. It gives me great pleasure to officially welcome Her Excellency and her party to our beautiful harbour city of Sydney. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting you, Your Excellency, and once again on behalf of the Premier and the New South Wales Government, thank you so much for your visit. Thank you.
Thailand and Australia held discussions on bilateral trade. Thailand's exports to Australia are set to increase by 10% annually over the next 5 years, while its imports from Australia are expected to rise by 8% annually. PM Yingluck will return to Thailand to attend the World Economic Forum taking place here on the 31st and June the 1st. Among continuing controversy surrounding the National Reconciliation Bill, today the Chhat Thai Patana Party revealed that they support the Reconciliation Bill to be considered in the Legislative Assembly Parliament. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has asked any political movements in the country to act in accordance with the law. The Yellow Shirt Group is preparing to start their protest in front of the Parliament tomorrow to oppose the National Reconciliation Bill, and instead their protest will be peaceful and in line with the law. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra indicated that the Yellow Shirt movement has the rights to protest as long as they do respect the law. However, the PM said that she believes the political actions by the Yellow Shirt movement will not affect investment in the country. She repeated that the Reconciliation Bill is to be considered by Parliament as a whole, not just one political faction. Meanwhile, General Sonthi Buniratkalin, the former 2006 coup leader, insisted that the Reconciliation Bill proposed by the Reconciliation Committee does not aim to pave way for an amnesty for ousted Prime Minister and fugitive Thaksin Shinawatra, adding that the fact-finding process is still underway and decisions must be made carefully. Additionally, Banha Silapa Asha, key leader of Chhat Thai Party, said that MPs for Chhat Thai will not withdraw their names from support of the Reconciliation Bill, as they believe this bill will solve national conflicts, and further commented that the political movement opposed to the Reconciliation Bill is the way democracy works, provided they knew the majority view. Udomde Ratanasathien, who is the government chief whip, said that tomorrow they will know whether or not the Reconciliation Bill will be considered by Parliament as an urgent issue. Meanwhile, the campaign by the Committee for the Amendment of Section 112 of the Criminal Law and the Red Shirt Group have brought a list of 26,000 names of people who wish to propose to Wisuchai Narun, Deputy House Speaker, to put the reconsidering of less just laws on the agenda of the House meeting. The Deputy House Speaker says that he has to check the list, which is expected to complete within the next 3 to 4 months. The Indonesian Defense Minister hopes that Thailand and Cambodia will use the ASEAN spirit in their attempt to solve the Pravihan dispute without needing the help of Indonesia. Meanwhile, Thailand and Cambodia will be setting up a joint committee in mid-June to discuss the withdrawal of troops from the area as ordered by the International Court of Justice. During the informal bilateral meeting between Thai and Indonesian defense ministers, the latter expressed hope that Thailand and Cambodia will use the ASEAN spirit as well as non-violent methods to rectify the Pravihir dispute. The Indonesian defense minister added that Indonesia is flexible and ready to send observers to the disputed zone, but in case objections are raised, Indonesia is also willing to withdraw. However, he stressed that ASEAN wants to see the conflict solved through mutual understanding. Air Chief Marshal Sukampol Swanathat, Defense Minister, reiterated that the Thai government's position is to follow the ruling of the ICJ regarding military withdrawal, in which the Thai-Cambodian Joint Working Group, or JWG, must be responsible for the planning. Additionally, mine-clearing operations should be completed before both sides withdraw their troops. After their informal meeting, Air Chief Marshal Sugampon held another informal bilateral discussion with his counterpart from Myanmar. At the meeting, they discussed the narcotic problems at the Thai-Myanmar border. Myanmar's defense minister insisted that his government is paying serious attention to the issue. These informal sessions were part of the 6th ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting, or ADMM, which is taking place in Phnom Penh. The National Anti-Counter-Corruption Commission has asked the courts to confiscate a 7-seat vehicle owned by the former Transport Permanent Secretary, Supot Saplom. This ruling came after it found out that the car was acquired illegally. The commission also assigned a subcommittee to further investigate Supot's bank accounts. Following its investigation into the unusual wealth of the former Transport Permanent Secretary, Supot Saplom, the National Anti-Counter-Corruption Commission, or NACC, unanimously decided to order the Attorney General to have the court seize the defendant's 7-seat vehicle. While Supot claimed he was simply borrowing the car, a witness affirmed that it was brought by Supot when he was the Director General of the Department of Highways. Together with Supot's wealth worth some 17 million baht, which the commission confiscated yesterday, the 7-seat vehicle is to be seized as well. The NACC will also look into a related 3 billion baht bribery case. Additionally, a subcommittee has been assigned to further investigate Supot's bank accounts, as deposits were made from many sources totaling 10 million baht. New evidence indicates that the money came from a sale of land between 1987 and 1996. As for other property, the NACC found no irregularities in their acquisition. Earlier on, the commission froze one of Supot's 3 houses, the one that a gang of robbers broke into in Wang Thong Lang district of Bangkok on the night of November 12th last year. Residents of the Shan state in Myanmar, who are members of the Shan Youth Power Network joining the ASEAN Media Summit, told Thai PBS that freedom of speech is something they strive for, especially in Myanmar, where they claim that the media, either professional or amateur, still have to worry about their own safety when covering news in the field. Here's more from Maninat Onpanna.
Told Thai PBS that freedom of speech is something they strive for, especially in Myanmar, where they claim that the media, professional or amateur, still have worry about their own safety when covering news in the field. On the surface, this man, in his early 20s, wearing a Thai PBS shirt, looks like any other staff member working at this international event. However, Samon is an ethnic Shan minority in his homeland Myanmar. Samon, a media volunteer with the Shan Youth Power Network, is covering the Asia Media Summit 2012. He says the biggest challenge for him is lack of freedom of the media back at home.
We can see for free, we can press for free, and then we can get the information is free. Because last week I went to Burma to make the news, to research or to get information. But the authority of the Burmese, they go along with that everywhere. If we take the photo or if we record the tape or video, they come and record with that. That's why we have no freedom. That's why we are feeling it's not safe.
Someone is hopeful that delegates at the AML 2012 will support media freedom and media literacy for all countries in ASEAN, so everyone living in this region will have equal access to the media. However, Kin Mong Tae, a director of MRTV, which is the mainstream media in Myanmar, thinks the government is already being more open to freedom of speech.
Well, as nowadays everybody is expecting the freedom of media in our country. Main thing is our government also urging to go to the media freedom. So nowadays our country, led by our current government, is making the development of media law in the printed media and the broadcast media also. That is a big step changes to the freedom of media in Myanmar.
Kin Mong is optimistic that within 5 years, freedom of speech will be established across the entire region, especially after the ASEAN Economic Community or AEC is established in 2015. Maninat on Pana reporting for Thai PBS.
Thank you, Kun Maninat. And the Asia Media Summit, or AMS 2012, will end tomorrow. Those who are interested can watch the live broadcast of the event through Thai PBS's web TV, which is www.webtv.thaipbs.com, the website that is on your screen right now. And that's all the time we have for tonight's edition of Thai PBS English News Service. I'm Super Junklin Swan saying good night. Sawasdee krap.